octopus! Oh, oh my God! Oh,
I almost lost my lunch there. Won't lie.
Where are we?
we are
Hey, Vladimir, does this look like the right spot?
we are in the Greek islands. We're looking for Santorini. Legend goes Atlantis went with volcano down. And we have to look for, there's 2,000 islands, so look for a big octopus.
Big octopus? Where
Yeah.
the hell is Santorini?
Well, it's in the Greek islands, 2,000 of them. We have to find it.
The
Oh, there it
waters-
is, there it is. Go there. We need to go there. Oh. And look,
All
we
right.
need to look for octopus, because octopus, legend go, if you connect with the octopus, he will take us down. He grab us and take us down to Atlantis.
Oh, interesting.
Is it kind of weird that I'm turned on by that?
No, not at all.
Okay, cool.
Dude, now I'm turned on by that. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay,
Thanks,
then
Tallulah.
keep going.
You're welcome.
This is getting weird.
All right, looks like we're getting close. Wow, the water's so blue.
Oh, look at the fish.
So we need
Under
an
the
octopus
sea.
whisperer.
We need octopus with
I hear Justin Timberlake is an amazing octopus whisperer. Too bad that he's not here with us.
Hey, I can call him real quick and see if he's available.
Shut
Really?
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
He's always wanted to come down here. Hang on,
Yeah,
let me
call him.
But is he quick?
Hey, Justin, Timberlake. Hey, what's
No
up?
way.
Hey, man, remember that skill that you said you have that you'd never ever use? Kind of useless.
Oh,
Yes,
sure.
about whispering to octopuses.
All
You
right.
want to come down?
I'll be there.
All right, I'm gonna drop a pin.
Get helicopter.
All right.
All right, hang on.
I'm on my
Is
way.
it oct-
You ready? Yes.
Hey guys,
He's
open up the
here.
hatch, will ya?
Open it up! Open it up! Open
Okay.
it up!
All right, guys.
Good
I
to
want
see
you
you.
to bring
Alright.
sexy back, okay?
Come over
We
here.
need to center ourselves.
Look through there.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
Oh, you're in the deep blue.
Oh, it's
Hello.
blue.
Oh, that's good. You have to see octopus.
Where's the octopus? There she is.
see.
All right, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
Center yourselves, everyone. No
Yeah.
fear.
No fear.
No
otherwise,
fear.
Legend go octopus will kill us.
No fear, but some pee in my pants.
Okay, everybody. I'm telling mom. Okay, it's working. He's grabbing us. Oh,
I think I just felt the tentacle.
oh my God. There he is.
Oh, he's coming. He's kissing my face.
Hold on.
I think it might see. The tentacles look like banana chips.
Oh my God.
It's working!
Hold
Great
on.
job, Justin
Hold on.
Timberlake!
Oh,
It's
spell.
pulling us down!
We're going to Atlantis!
Wow, we're here at the lost city of Atlantis. Whoa, I wonder what kind of metaphor this city is for society.
Right.
Utopia.
Everyone should come down here.
No kidding.
I'm glad I brought my focus and my relax. You never know when I need to focus and when I need to relax.
Indeed.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
What'd the first mate see when he looked in the toilet? The captain's log.
Gross.
A little bit.
Whoa, who's that up there?
Whoa.
What the fuck is going on here?
God,
Oh,
Oh my God.
they do exist.
I think it's Poseidon. Ah, very, very interesting.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's going against science.
Looks friendly.
Is it?
I don't know.
Wow, look how large his penis is.
Why are you looking at that?
Because he's so high and I can see underneath.
Look at
He's
his
got like
feet.
this weird skirt thing that's.
He needs a longer skirt.
What is that fork?
What?
This is Poseidon! Holy shit!
But we have JT.
Hey.
I'm beside myself.
Poseidon, are we welcome in your lost city of Atlantis? Yeah. Can we be here amongst you?
Please.
We had Utopia here, but they did not look after it, and it's Why are you here?
We are looking for answers, Poseidon.
They took it for granted, and it's said, why are you here?
We're here for similar reasons. We're looking for answers. Up there, we have the same problem. It's about to sink. We're looking for answers. There's the older generation, and they're not syncing well with the younger generation. We're here to understand and keep the upper world from falling down under the seas. We want to improve what's happening right now. You have baby boomers trying to control their jobs. They're not willing to teach the younger generation how to do what they do. And the younger generations are rioting, they're upset, they can't find jobs. And we're here to explore that and understand what's happening.
Because the system's not serving them. You have to have a system that serves.
I agree. Virun is a company. We are trying to train and we are educating the young people to understand what it is that the older generations do. And we feel we are a key to the lock system that makes it work. But I need guidance, and that's why we're here. Let's explore this further.
You've come to the right place. Welcome to Atlantis. A world of knowledge and wisdom will be bestowed upon
Hey.
you all.
Whoa, look at this. Look who's joined us.
Nice.
Hey, welcome.
Hello, compadres from the
Poseidon
deep
was
blue.
talking about, hey, how society is like just when Atlantis like fell underneath the ocean, it just fell apart. And here, we're talking about that same thing happening up there. And look who joined us. It's Blaine and Marcos from
Yes, cool.
Virun.
Hi.
Just so happens they are millennials, and they are here at our company, and they are here to talk about how it is society is keeping millennials and younger generation not being able to contribute to society or have jobs and get experience and actually work within our industry. So I want to quickly talk, and Poseidon, maybe you can help me out with this. This is our whole dilemma. You have millennials, and there's a problem when there's not one single millennium in U.S. Senate right now. And everything is ruled by baby boomers and older generation. And it seems like society can't take young generation, older generation, and fuse the two together in order to make it work. It's like the older generation just wants to hold on to what they own and not balance it out by allowing young people to come in and to help balance out. And what are you going to do when you're a baby boomer and you die? There's going to be no one else that can do those jobs. We got to train the young people so that they can do these things. And here, like Marcos and Blaine and millennials, Gen Zers coming in, they can't buy a home. There's no such thing as a pension anymore. No one's going to get a pension. My parents had pensions and stuff. I don't even have a pension. But it's just kind of shitty. So Blaine, Marcos, you're here. We have Poseidon up there. He's like way up there. He's like really tall.
I'm staring at a stick. It's
Just-
all I can really
yeah,
focus on.
don't look up a
Yeah.
skirt. I
Why would
made
you
that
tell us to do
mistake
that?
earlier. Yeah, it made me feel very inferior.
I've seen bigger.
Really? Wow.
He looked over here.
So you've been to the Redwoods recently?
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
Anyway, so you here at Virun, we believed in you. We invested in you. What's your thoughts about what society is? So when you look at like your generation trying to get a job, and you see like baby boomers out there holding their jobs, and from what I've seen in my experience is baby boomers, older generation, they don't want to train younger people.
Sure.
Maybe it's because they're too busy and they just don't have enough time to do it, and it's just how society is right now. Or maybe it's because they don't want to risk their job with someone else that's younger to take that job over or something. I really don't know. Or
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on that?
Mhm.
I mean, do you want to start with education, with finding employment in the
So
workplace?
education, you pay, I believe I read a stat, 300% more than what baby boomers paid.
Oh,
as far as
sure.
like paying back
Mhm.
education.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inflation has gone up extremely high compared to what salaries are. The salaries are only like, I think that millennials make something like only 10% more than what baby boomers made. Like in
part of it.
1978 or something like that. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that anyone else can relate to the experience of having to buy a $300 textbook that is literally worthless after the semester's over. And you can't resell it because they've written a new edition in 6 months somehow.
Yeah. So when you're at Virun, what we've noticed here is that 75% of our company is composed of millennials.
Sure.
And we got some Gen Zers starting to pop in and stuff. And my daughter's a Gen Zer, so I use that as an example because I worry about my own kids and stuff. So you have millennials starting to come, and 75% of this company are millennials, and we haven't seen that any issues, and there's like no conspiracy between like baby boomers or millennials here. But I think largely that's due to the fact that we just do things that other people don't do.
That's
So
right.
it just doesn't matter. And I always come across like open-minded, but it's not that. It's just, look, we're looking for people to work here, and there's no one trying to hold people down and no one trying to protect their job. I would be the one trying to do that. And I'm the CEO of the company and the co-founder of the company, and I'm not trying to hold my position and protect my position by not hiring people. I'm not worried about people taking over my position. I just want people to work and get shit done. And I just don't think that's a mentality today in today's society. So when you come here, from my experience, I got millennials coming in and they're working their ass off and they work hard. We train them, pick things up fast, and I don't see the same things that I hear rumors about like in today's society. So now you have riots, right? Riots going on. You have people without jobs. People can't find jobs. And now with COVID-19, people are losing their jobs. And then you have the older generation, everything's fine. Their houses are paid for, they got retirement plans, they can do whatever they want. So now you have this conflict, and there's no willingness for the older generation to contribute to the younger generation to make things balanced. So now you're having riots and all this crap, and I just don't think people understand why. Need to give the young people a chance. You need to train them. People need to know how to do things that the older generation do. Peter, I saw you, what was that, 3 weeks ago when you're training Hunter. Here, Hunter is like, what, 22?
21, I think.
21?
Just turned 21.
21 years old. And he is working here, and he's taking welding classes or something, right?
Yep.
And I remember Hunter because he's got the same birthday as my son, June 23rd. So he is here, and I came outside and I saw Peter training him how to weld stuff. What did he say? He was kind of funny.
Yeah, he said he could lay down a row of dimes, which I guess means that apparently he could weld very good.
Yeah, so he comes up, he's like, I can lay a roll of dimes. And Peter's all, oh, really? And he's Appalachian Devil Hater, so he's like, oh, really? You can roll...
Or lay a row of dimes. I said, here, have at
lay
it.
a roll of dimes. And he comes in, he's like, "Bleh," and just made a mess of it. It was like awful. Just looked like just drippy crap, like coming from a drippy crap place. So, but he came in there and he dressed him up, put his stuff on, and he showed him how to do it. And by the end of that day, he was welding a roll of dimes, or whatever the term is. Sort of. But the point is, like, he took his time out. I remember he did it because he knew that he needed to learn how to do it. So he went, took the time out, and trained him how to do that. I know, Blaine, me and you, right? I mean, you came in as an intern.
Yeah, just as an intern.
And
there was a big difference. There wasn't a like guarding of information. It was more of just like, hey, I want to see your creativity, so I need to give you these skills. And what I've kind of noticed is the difference is like, what's the incentive of the older generation to hand over the information to the younger generation? Also, they don't probably want the diversity in thought, or there isn't at least the attitude that they do, and we want to hear that so that we can offer our skills too. Obviously, they're not going to be the technical skills right away. We need to learn those, but then we can offer our different thoughts and just our different perspectives.
yeah, it's almost like there's a sense of arrogance and egotisticalness and selfishness involved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a lot of people that hate me for this crap, but whatever. But no, the point is, like, you know, it upsets me because we try to do things. We do not try to control, and we want the younger generation to understand what we're doing, because I know I will die. And if I don't, if Peter doesn't show Hunter how to weld, if no one else shows people how to weld, or change brakes on their car, change the oil, change a tire, do stuff like that, then no one's gonna know how to do it. Someone showed me. I remember being 17 years old, my first job at a machine shop, and I remember like mopping the floor. I was like, just someone's all, mop the floor. I'm like, all right. So I took the mop, stuck it in the bucket, and I was like just swashing like just water all over the place. He came back in. He's like, what the hell is all this crap? And I'm like, what? And I was like mopping the floor. He's like, dude, there's like an inch of water like all over the floor. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, you gotta like put the mop in the bucket and then put in a little thing and like spiral it around and then smash the water out and get the water out of the mop and then you start mopping. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. But I didn't even know that. Like I was just such an idiot. But I see young people come in and they have that kind of same ignorance about stuff, and it's not their fault. It's because we have a job to show them how to do those things. Another example is Marcos. I remember, and Marcos, and keep in mind, like Blaine, Marcos come from Cal Poly Pomona. They have degrees in science and things like that. And there are a few of many employees here with the same characteristic: young, have a science degree, looking for a job, looking to explore how they can advance in society.
Right.
Whether it's money, family, things like that, whatever. The things that all of us want. So when you came here, and I remember, Peter, you remember, we were audited by a very large company, probably the largest dietary supplement company in our industry.
Yep.
At least own that company. And there was someone here, I don't want to say who it is, because, you know.
Sure.
So someone came in here, and it was an interesting experience because we were audited, and there were things that we needed to do to improve, and there was just things that we're doing right. But the person that came here wasn't structuring it to be so much about what we need to do and what we're doing wrong. It was about letting us know what we're doing wrong, but then taking people like Marcos and encouraging them to make sure that they address these issues and they evolve and they actually own. I remember this person saying specifically, like, don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Like, you need to go and argue with that person
And own the process.
and own the process. At the same time, admit when you're wrong and admit when you need to make changes and things. But I'll let you respond to that because I thought that was like a really interesting experience. It was for me personally, and I saw
I
that.
mean, that was an incredible experience for being literally my second day on the job. Is you know, the beginning of a 3-day audit with a major international company, essentially. You know, having someone with the level of oversight that she had and her abilities, and
You just said she, so it's a woman?
it is a woman,
All right, narrowed it down. Go ahead.
but that's still, you know, generic enough, we'll say. But her abilities, her knowledge base, her demeanor, everything about her was more than sufficiently professional. It was also friendly. It was like, what more could I ask for from a mentor? You know, someone who's patient and actually like willing to ensure.
So you brought up mentor. So when you were talking to her, did you look at her as like someone that you need to argue with, or someone you could learn from?
It was essentially to learn and really take in as much as I could with the limited amount of time that I had with her.
And would you say that the way she was like presenting herself, because now I'm trying to compare like what I see like a lot of baby boomers or older generation is they go and it's almost like they want you to fail. The way they address audits or things like that, or
They're looking for
any
holes.
situation where they know more than you do,
Yeah.
they can take advantage of that, use that against you, and direct you down a stream. You have two
Where-
roads that diverge in a wood,
They're
and you don't have a choice to take the less traveled because they will choose that for you because you don't understand.
right. You know, they'll
Little
lead me
Henry
to
David
where they
Thoreau.
want me to be. They'll trap me in a bad answer or to an answer that I don't necessarily know enough about, and it looks terrible.
Yep,
when
and she wasn't trying to trap you.
Not at all. No.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do as society is we need to afford a crutch to people that need a crutch. And when you're young, you don't know stuff, and none of us do. And to be older and take advantage of that is doing a disservice in society. And I think that's what Poseidon was trying to tell us too, was that, hey, that's why the lost city of Atlantis, well, back then it wasn't lost. It was still the non-lost city of Atlantis at that time. Utopia.
It was utopia.
Yep.
Everybody living in harmony. They had the art of living. But if we don't have the art of living, we are all doomed. We have to remind everybody, the young ones, the art of living. the young ones are here to teach us as well. The old wisdom and the new wisdom. There's an very old saying, communication permits progress. So both sides, you need to give to each other to move forward in life. Otherwise, you'll be like Atlantis. You go glug, glug, glug. Down, but you don't want that. You can save the planet by unifying. Is this what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
The art of living is becoming extinct if we don't look after it. Otherwise, we'll be like Atlantis. We take for granted, it go down. It's not good. It's not true. Normal for this to happen if you don't do it.
And a lot about this this event that we're doing today was to talk about, hey, we need to, as a society, like, come together and help people out. And it's so important to make sure that people don't fail and to help people, lift them off the ground, help them when they fall. Allow people to lean on you when they need to know certain things and learn how to do stuff. And I know when Blaine started here, she was like an intern initially, and then she came, and now she's managing R&D. She's like our R&D manager in like what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, about 2.5
years.
2.5 years, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's amazing. And a lot of you people out there in the whole LinkedIn world probably know Blaine, and probably know Marcos. In fact, that one person who you're talking about that will act as like a mentorship is going to like this video and
Hopefully.
comment and say, Marcos, glad that I could be an influence for you.
She is.
Poseidon, you're an influence. Cover that up a little bit. There we go. Much better. Thank you. So Poseidon, one thing I want to know, and this is kind of like a segue into my next topic because we're talking about millennials and how they've been like stepped on, and there's a lot of like rumor and stuff like that. So this is my segue into Poseidon. I've always wanted to ask you this. Well, not always, like in the last like 10 minutes, because I just met you. So Poseidon, you're amazing. You're 10,000 years old, and you're so young and alive, and with that deep voice, it's amazing. Like, what's your secret?
I have the fountain of youth.
So you have the fountain of youth. What is that?
I impart it to you now. You are bestowed with the knowledge of eternal youth.
What is this?
He's so generous.
And then am I coming up?
Mitochondrial biogenesis. You are soon. So Poseidon. It says to take 1 mil. Let me try it.
It's yummy, right?
I feel my brain lifted.
It's
I actually feel energy. I feel my cells being replicated.
Indeed.
I feel my brain absorbing information. Something about mitochondrial biogenesis. What is this mitochondrial biogenesis?
That's right.
I feel it. I'm getting energy. It's amazing. I'm feeling myself getting younger.
Your
This stuff is
cells
amazing.
are duplicating.
So from my understanding, what I just took,
Can you feel it? Can
And it
you
says-
feel it?
oh my God,
Can you feel it?
this is your hidden secret, Justin Timberlake. This is what you've been taking all along.
Don't tell them that.
What?
Don't.
How old are you, really?
Hey, I'm, as young as you think I am. That's what I am.
You're 250 years old, aren't you?
No, this is my
Oh my
secret, y'all.
God.
It's the Poseidon adventure.
He is 250 years old. And he looks
Indeed.
like he's not 250 years old.
He's born to be alive. Born.
Now give me some of that stuff.
Here, Kyle, you got to take some.
All right.
There's another one. Look at this one. This one contains glutathione bound to lactoferrin with PQQ and CoQ10.
Nice.
I'm going to be more enlightened. Good.
Tastes good.
That is amazing.
Oh,
All right.
Give it a go, huh?
This is an amazing product. Liposomal glutathione
Das
plus
ist gut, ja.
PQQ and CoQ10. This stuff's amazing. So what is mitochondrial biogenesis? What is glutathione? What is PQQ? What is CoQ10? What is this stuff? What is this stuff that makes Justin Timberlake look like he's 25 to 40, but really is 250 years old? Poseidon is 10,000 years old. And if you look under his skirt, it looks like he's composed of redwoods. It's amazing. And he's so young. What is it? What is it about? So I have this new information. So mitochondrial biogenesis is the process of cells, one cell splitting into two cells. No, it's not mitosis or meiosis. It is literally the process in which our whole bodies depend on mitochondria, which are the cell block for almost anything. Where you're talking about heart health, for protecting brain health. So there's something called neurological dysfunction, which is the process of your brain cells starting to diminish and your brain's not having the ability to produce new brain cells. As you get older, you lose brain cells. So if you can create more mitochondria in the brain, then you offset things like dementia. You have increase in focus and energy and thought process. Mitochondrial biogenesis helps with anti-aging. It makes you look younger. Skins are composed of epithelial cells and cells that cannot exist without mitochondria. But what stimulates mitochondria is you need energy for mitochondria to replicate. And you also need certain things that catalyze that energy. So CoQ10 provides energy to mitochondria. But CoQ10 is not very bioavailable, so we produce a CoQ10 that's more bioavailable. PQQ is the thing that takes that energy and that CoQ10 and pushes it within the mitochondria, allows the mitochondria to receive the energy to replicate and grow. And then you have glutathione, which actually is the buffer because you need to modulate pH when you're doing mitochondrial biogenesis. And glutathione is one of the most important antioxidants due to its buffering effect to allow mitochondria to replicate. That was amazing. I feel so clear. I can think so clear. Wow. It's amazing. Love it. That combined with something called DP technology, which is lactoferrin bound to glutathione, which is a protein, PQQ, CoQ10, it allows your body to absorb all these things. Because without it, you can't absorb it. It's just going to reach your gut and just bounce out, and it just never absorbs. Anyway, you guys have to try some of this stuff. It's amazing. And it feels like I'm floating right now. Like I just feel so energetic and so focused. It's amazing.
It definitely supplements my freegan diet.
That's right.
Yep.
Speaking from a true freegan.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
I know.
Yes, it is.
I think my wife will even like it.
Probably.
Very viral, I can feel it. Yes.
I think your wife will like it.
Born to be alive. I can feel it.
There you go. She'll like your tentacle.
Octopussy.
All right, so Vladimir, I wanted to ask you, Sladomir.
Sladomir.
I called you Vladimir. That was weird.
No,
so
don't do
Sladomir Mirnov. So we've gone to Mars with your amazing technology and inventions. We could not do it without your Russian scientist influence.
Born that way.
You're a doctor. It's just
And no
crazy.
shit.
And here we are with this amazing submarine and your ability to just
Duh.
put all this stuff together so we're at the lost city of Atlantis. I mean, look, largely due to Justin Timberlake. I get that. But
Yeah, JT.
yeah, if he was not
Fountain of youth.
able to summons the great octopus to bring us down here, we would not be here to begin with. But having said that, so the next event that we're doing, it's upcoming,
Very exciting.
and we've talked about it, you and I personally. We filed some patents on it and things like that. But
Yes.
what is it that you're working on for this next event?
Well, without giving too much information, we are going to make spaceship and a device to shrink us so we can go into the human body and see stuff. So This is what's going to happen. We're all going to be like little people. Are you ready?
Nice.
I'm ready.
So we're going to
Trust this
explore
time.
the
I was born
inner
ready.
Yes.
intricacies of the human body by actually being there.
Yes.
Because Sladimir's technology and his just great mind.
And
I
not
love
only
it.
that, I've been hanging around with Atlantis, the god, and
I've got
Poseidon
a
has given
feeling
me even more knowledge.
inside my
I feel
bones.
enlightened, especially with the product.
He's so smart.
Yes,
And
until
it's-
next time.
Until next time, born to
Be
Live.
alive! Boy, it works! You feel the energy! Born to be alive!
What you got, JT?